Hey, Narrow Path families. I got a quick one here on empowering your kids. I was just playing with my daughter Anna, who's 1, and we were playing a little soccer. She does like to kick the ball. I kick it very softly to her. Don't worry, moms. And what I realized is that one way that we empower our kids or disempower them is how we play ball with them. So I'm going to give you 2 examples. The simple one with Anna is instead of kicking the ball all the way to Anna, where it hits her in the feet and she traps it and she can kick it herself, I kick it to Anna and it's about maybe 5 inches away from her. So then what does Anna have to do? Anna has to empower herself to take a couple steps forward and kick the ball. Small example, but it's huge. How are we creating our kids to be passive? Are they sitting in front of a TV and passively watching? Or are they on an iPad? And if they're an iPad, are they actively doing something? Or are they passively sitting back? There's 2 big differences there. Or have you gotten rid of screen time altogether and they're outside being active? But the point is we all play ball with our kids. It's a great way to engage your kids and develop new skills. But instead of rolling it all the way to them, just let it stop just a little bit and see what it does for your kids. A little different example for Luke is 8 years old, and we put him in a birdhouse today. And he wants it to be 8 feet high. So I went and got the ladder. I put it up against the tree, and it was his job to screw it in. So he was going up with his drill, and he planned it all out. And I said, so is that going to work? I knew for sure that the ladder was definitely not going to get him to 8 feet. But he said, yeah, I think that's it, Dad. I think it's going to work. So instead of changing the ladder for him so it's just plug and play, I let him go up on the ladder. He got up there, got all of his stuff up, got the screw in a certain spot, the drill in a certain spot. The house is kind of sitting in a branch. And then he realizes, this isn't high enough. Dad, I don't think this is going to work. I said, okay, well, what can we do? And this is where I start to empower Luke. And I ask him a question. Questions is how we empower our older kids. I didn't just give him the answer and say, let's raise the ladder up. I said, what can we do so that we can get the birdhouse screwed in? And his first answer was, well, why don't you do it, Dad? I could go up there. I definitely would have been able to reach. I definitely could have got it in there. I said, that's really your job. I helped you put it together a little bit. You used the nail gun with training. Go see the training versus correction video. But he was trained on that. I said, look, you need to put it in. It's your birdhouse. So he thought a little bit more and realized it was an adjustable ladder. He said, well, can we adjust the ladder so it's a little bit higher? I said, yeah, we can do that. Let's try it. So he told me to go up 3 more rungs, and then we put it back up there, and sure enough, he could do it. But I didn't just give him the answer. In the same way I didn't just roll the ball all the way to Anna at a 1-year-old level. As our kids are getting older, we need to give them questions before we give them answers. It doesn't mean we can't help them out. It doesn't mean eventually I wouldn't have given Luke the answer to help him get his birdhouse hung up. But my first reaction is to give him a question so that he can be empowered to answer it himself. Keep working hard to walk that narrow path to a full life.